My dear brothers and sisters, when we read the Gospels, we see Jesus using stories or parables to teach about some doctrine or some virtue or whatever you call it. There are some parables which are unique and which are found only in some of the evangelist writings. Like today, the parable of the Good Samaritan is found only in the Gospel of Luke. I'm sure you've heard it, read it, reflect on it in the course of your life. What is so special about this parable? Nothing is special. And yet everything is special about this parable because it gives us, in a way, a message we today can take home and reflect over it. Just to give you just two reflections on this parable. You heard about the simple story that Jesus told the people. You heard a lawyer, a Jew, coming to Jesus asking a question. And you heard the rest. A Jew was wounded while going from Jerusalem to Jericho, a dangerous path, a long path where often you find robbers and others attack. And you heard about two men who just passed by, both belonging to what we call the priestly class. One a priest and a Levite. We'll say Levite in today's term will be a sacristan who assists the priest in offering. Now let us see, why do they just pass by when they see their fellow brother, a Jew, in need? Perhaps could be both of them thought in their mind, this man may be bluffing us. If you go to assist him, he may attack us. But the priest was saying, I'm going to a temple, I'm a priest, I have to offer sacrifice, I got to perform these rituals. Suppose he is dead, if I touch him, I'll be defiled. And I can't offer sacrifice for next 1 week. So his main thought is about not him, not about so-called the man who is in need, about himself, about so-called rituals, about so-called rules and regulation he has to follow to offer sacrifice. He have no concern about the man who is on the street. What about the Levite, the sacristan, who assists the man in the sacrifice? He was thinking, well, I am not that qualified as physician to assist him. There are others better than me. So he passed on the buck to others. Others do it, why me? So both these two men forget to do good at that particular time. And therefore, they pass by. Maybe you could think for ourselves, what do we think about ourselves and others? Do we say because we are Catholic, we belong to this family, we belong to this religion, because we belong to the so-called, we work here, we belong to a town and a city, and we are so-called these rituals and that custom, do we look down on others who are not of my religion, not of my culture? Or do I say, every one of them, the child of God, they are all my brothers and sisters. Do I have any prejudices against so-called the others? Maybe you could think about it. The second, you find the Samaritan is touched, is moved with pity. Now, who was this Samaritan? Not a fellow Jew. Who were they? We see the Jewish history. The Jews had one land earlier called Israel. But after that of Solomon in 971 BCE, the kingdom got divided, the north and south. North was called Israel, capital of Samaria. South was called Judah, capital was Jerusalem. So both were divided. In 721 or so, Assyria attacked the northern capital and defeated them and took away with them the wives as their concubines. And so the children of these so-called Assyrians, wives, the Jews, were called Samaritans. And therefore the Jews said, they are not of our race. So they looked down on them. They hated them. But you find here in the story, a Samaritan, not a Jew, his heart melts. And it does good at that very moment. He looks after this man and does more than just a small good. He takes care of him and tells the innkeeper, I'll come back, I'm on my journey. And when I come back, whatever fees are there, I will pay it you. Maybe you could ask ourselves, When we get an opportunity to do good, do we pass down the buck to others? The story told about a rich man coming back from work, and as he passed in the roads, he saw some people in desperate need. He passed them off. When he came back home, he began to grumble against God. Why are you allowing these poor people to be poor? And God told him, I created you. So on this day, when we reflect on this parable, maybe just ask two questions. When was I good Samaritan to somebody in need? Second question, do I ever look down on others because they are not of my so-called religion, not of my culture, not of my race, and so on?